覚悟してろよ。行くぜ。
Welcome to Rebecca Cool's Reviews. I'm your host, Rebecca Cool, and this is my review roundup. I don't have a whole lot of time left before the end of the year, so I'm going to do a quick overview of the figures I just did not get to, which you can see are a lot, and some of these are older figures. So we'll do really brief explanations. This here, we'll come back to actually. Let's go with my least favorite, starting with this one here. This Marvel Legend figure, you guys have seen her last year. She is pretty bad. I got her for the obvious Build-A-Figure feast, but besides that, there's not a whole lot with her. She has two clawed hands, a fisted hand, very basic articulation. Let's get out of here. This dude over here, Maggot, cool looking figure. Let me get him a little closer to the light. He looks pretty good. He's got two little maggots with him. Nice articulation. I actually think it's a great figure. If you can find them at, where did I find him? Burlington or Ross, he's a good pickup if you just need a figure for fodder. He's kind of fun and bulky. Let's go. Who else? Oh, God. Anthony's custom favorite guy. There's not a whole lot to it. You really should not buy this figure. I like the character from the comic books. He goes along great with... what's that figure's name? Cyclops' brother, Vulcan. So that's the only reason I have him. Otherwise, avoid him. Let's see, who else do we have over here that could really use... let's go with this guy here. This is the... What was this thing called again? Let me look that up real quick. There we go. I had to look it up. War Greymon. I used to like Digimon back in the day. This guy was one of my favorites. Couldn't remember his name. He has this awesome little shield thing on the back. My hands are really ashy. And there's a little symbol it makes. Great figure. It's actually a really good figure. You can get it right now for $16.96 on Amazon. As we speak, I just looked it up. I'll show you. Right there. He's definitely worth it. So this guy is definitely a good pickup. We'll keep this party going. We've got the Black Panther female figure from Marvel Legends. This is a figure that was a Target exclusive, I do believe. No unmasked head sculpt, which I think was a problem. Articulation-wise, she can go back quite a bit, not forward hardly at all. That was a missed step. Her arm articulation is not the best either. She's very mid. I like the sculpt and everything like that because movie figures seem to get good sculpt, but she is really not worth it. So sorry for the bad lighting, but I'm not going to talk about her much. So that's her down there. I do not recommend unless you're a big Black Panther fan like me. Moving on along, let's see. Who am I? Now I'm starting to get to the good stuff. But with that said, let's go with the Sorceress for Masters Universe. I have kind of fell off this line. I do like some of the figures they have coming out, but a lot of them look plain Jane. This one is a good one, but not the best. The cape feels really flimsy. The feathers kind of look a little ratty, but I still had to have the Sorceress. I will be passing on the Sorceress with Tila. So she's my last one I'll ever have, probably. I don't know. We'll see. Let's get going with next. Let's go with a figure that I'm kind of really not liking much, Aunt May. Her legs are terrible. She cannot stand up to save her life. You have to lean her on something. And she looks like Linda McMahon. Hello, Peter. Ugh, the light's so bad, though. There we go. Yeah, so this is not the best look for her. Not really a fan of that. There we go. Now you can see a little bit better. Yeah, that's Linda McMahon to me. Which brings us to Norman Osborn, a.k.a. I said Norman Osborn, Dr. Octavius, excuse me, a.k.a. Doc Ock. This is a good one. Bendable limbs, although they're not as bendy as you would like, they stay in fairly good. They go in this way rather than the previous Normans that way. So very different. Both these figures are pretty interesting, but honestly, I like the comic book better one less than the show. The show is better. But I definitely would recommend this guy. And yes, you can change the little pieces he has, but we have a movie one coming out. I think I'll put all these guys together once I actually do the big reveal for the movie version of Dr. Octavius. So Dr. Otto Octavius, I would definitely recommend picking him up if it's not too late. I'm not sure what he is on Amazon. So there we go. Rifling through these pretty quickly. Here is the Keaton Batman from McFarlane. I'm still upset that McFarlane has terrible distribution. I must say this, like the figures that you really want, you can hardly ever get. Like I was lucky to find this guy. I pre-ordered the Batmobile, never got it from a comic book shop. I'm not sure if they sold it or what happened with it, but very upset about that. Never saw the Batmobile in stores. It's just, they really can jack some stuff up. It's a pretty good head sculpt. Let me zoom in a bit more. There we go. It looks fairly good. I've had this for a while. It's Batman. I mean, cloth cape is very good. It's a good figure. This is probably one of McFarlane's better figures. I would rank this one a must-have, to be honest with you, because it's probably the best Batman movie figure I've seen in domestic wide distribution. So there, I said it. There he is. Marvel Legends Controller. This is a Build-A-Figure. I got a whole bunch of figures I did not need just so I can build this guy. Only because I got far enough. He's basically Thanos. Just change paint, head, and this wrist here. Other than that, he is essentially Thanos, which is not a bad thing. It's a good body mode. So I do like that. Getting rid of him out of the equation. We are now getting into even better figures. We'll start off with Brainiac. Move this guy out the way. And let me get my tripod in a better position. All right, Brainiac is really well done. That face, if you've ever played Injustice 2, which is where this is coming from, he is spot on. The only thing I could have done is added some silver paint to him or added something to get more flair with the paint so he's not so bland looking. But that face is just good God, amazing. And yes, you can move in pieces, but they move right back because there's no wire inside of them. This is also another great figure from McFarlane. Moving right along. Moving right along again. We're going to hit up Black Manta. Black Manta, I got him for like 17 bucks. He's a page puncher. And he would have been like $25. But because I got him on sale for 17, I might have to pay all that. And if you look at the paint, which is not very much on him, but it is applied very nicely where it's at, the sculpt really just jumps out at you at something that you want to keep on your shelf. Love this figure. With him and Brainiac, I'm not even sure which one I like more between the two. Probably Manta. So there we go. Another McFarlane good one. Then we've got the Build-A-Figure right here. This is one of those figures that I am very happy to have built. I was going to pass on him. Then I started seeing all the ones in a wave with him, including Sabretooth, which I'm not going to put on this countdown because I don't know where Sabretooth's at. My son was playing with him, but he's not worth reviewing. But this Build-A-Figure is really well done. Hats off. I've had half of it for a very long time, then finally pulled the plug on the last few figures, and boy, am I happy this part down here moves. But you guys have already seen this before, so I'm not going to waste more time on it. So we'll move this guy out of there. Another Reaver added to my collection. And we're nearly done with the last two figures. Oh, I'm sorry. 3. We'll talk about this one just briefly. I'm not going to bring all Jules accessories in. This is an old figure from McFarlane that I found at Ollie's, and I'm glad I got it. It's a very cool shirt here. It's like a soft. I wish they use it more stuff like that more often in action figures. The paintwork on this thing is immaculate. It's great. And as someone who started going back in Fortnite Zero Build, it's fun to have a figure like this. Too bad they're going out of business, but they keep on bringing out whack skins, and I don't know. That's just my opinion. Second to last fig, we've got Xanatos from the Gargoyles line, and that mug there, you just want to punch him in the face. Love it. Just want to punch him right in the face. He comes with another head. And I think this head is for the red figure that's like a gargoyle that he uses. So I think that's why you have this face. I don't think you can actually put that one on there unless you take off the neck. But it is what it is. He also has this little device where you plug it into the gun, and now he can shoot even farther. That's awesome. Comes with several pair of hands, as well as the necklace, or whatever this is. I can't remember from the show. And he comes with a floppy disk. I mean, that is freaking cool. But the main reason I got this guy, the main reason, Nick knows what they're doing. I cannot stand having Demona with those wings that were driving me crazy. So now, finally, she has some wings that are draped. I wish they were a little closer to her body so they wouldn't stretch so wide, but this is way better than the wings that were unfolded that she had before. So very happy to have that. Xanatos is a must if you like Demona. If you like Demona, he's a must. If you don't care about Demona, don't have Demona, don't plan on getting Demona, and Xanatos is so-so, skip him. Skip him completely because he is not as good as our prior Only Human right here that I've already reviewed. She's way better. So, yeah. Paint's better, too. So, last but not least, the figure that I should have gave his own video a long time ago, too, which is Apocalypse. Marvel Select. Now, the reason why I am not going to actually do a main review on him is while he's good, I actually like my Marvel Legends Build-A-Figure modern one better. It's crazy, I know. And part of it is these right here come out all the time. Very similar to the Marvel Legend one, but worse because they're stiffer. That's what she said. So I don't like that. The articulation, of course, is going to be worse too, just because it's a Marvel Select, but it is still pretty good. He is very big, but there's something in the head for Apocalypse that I'm not liking. I don't know what it is. I just do not like this head. So, I mean, while it's a good old school Apocalypse, he's tall. He's got this, which my other one does have as well. The spike ball, my other one does not have, the Marvel Legends. But this is my third Apocalypse. He also comes with several assortments of hands in case you want to have another grabby hand, open hands, fist hands, and my favorite, this drill hand. It's cool stuff he's got, but there's something not quite right about this figure, and that's why he is not going to be my top 10 of the year, even though I think he's a good figure. I don't know if I would have bought him again, to be honest with you. So that's it. That's my review roundup for the year. Thanks for watching. Until next time, peace and chicken grease. And by the way, I do have 3 more videos left. One of them is going to be on the horseman that you see right here. So yeah, stay tuned for that. And my Insecticons. Thank you for watching.